white flag one more time around. Jeff Gordon trying to become the first driver since Darrell Waltrip in 1982 to win 12 races in a season. It would be his fourth win at the Rock.
There's lap traffic right now.
Robert Presley, Jeff Green, not enough time. Jeff Gordon wins the championship. Jeff Gordon wins the EC Delco 400, his 12th victory of the 1998 season. Yeah!
Not worried about the roof today.
No, usually they stand on the door, not today.
Jeff and Brooks celebrating the championship. Glenn Jarrett, Stepan in there, my man.
All right, I don't want to get between these two. I don't want you to kiss me.
I miss you today, Glenn.
Anybody. Well, Jeff, if you're going to clinch a championship, what a great way to do it. What a great race you ran.
Man, that was awesome. You know, basically it was just like what we did here at the beginning of the year, other than we got to start a little further forward, or at least we stayed a little towards the front.
Of course, all the leaders is only Jarrett, Wallace, Gordon, Burton and Burton, Martin, Rudd, and Labonte. Hamilton and Earnhardt, those 10.
Bet you they all take 4.
Yeah, we're keeping an eye open. I don't see any 2 yet, except maybe at the back. We'll have to check on Labonte. I don't think so. He was in early.
What a race off the pit.
One would assume 4 tires all the way around. Ricky Rudd seemed to have lost.
Other than that, though, they just took on 4 tires in field. Glenn Jarrett?
Okay, I was standing next to Jeff Gordon and Jeff Burton. Both those cars were reporting tight. That's the reason they had fallen back from the leaders, Jarrett and Wallace, a little bit on that run. So both of them made chassis adjustments, took a little bite out of the car, trying to free them up for this last spurt here.
Here at Rockingham, the big winners and losers in the pit stops. Mark Martin was 9th before the stop. He is now running 4th. Ricky Rudd has gone back to 10th. Rodney Wise puts the green in the air. Here we go.
Well, it's down to crunch time, and Eli, I know we're supposed to let them breathe right now, but what's happening right now, we have cars trying to make laps up right now. Bodine fighting very hard. Rusty Wallace right there cut him off just a little bit down the back straightaway. Rusty says, I don't think so. I'm low.
Bodine's on the lead lap now.
Hey, trying to spit me out. Trying to spit me out. No, he's trying. No, he's trying.
Some things you don't have to say anything about, huh?
No, radio transmissions are wonderful to find out exactly what goes on, and Rusty Wallace puts Jeff a lap down again. Bodine tried his darndest. Look at that scramble right there. Again, Schrader's not in the lead lap, remember, but he's running well.
That wasn't just a touch.
Oh, Rusty's pulled away. Half second over Gordon. And if you're just joining us, Jeff has clinched the 1998 NASCAR Winston Cup Series championship. Did so earlier in the day after Kevin LePage and Rick Mast were in the garage, and he went ahead and led a lap to pick up 5 bonus points.
Now we're going to see, as the tire pressures come up in these radial tires, who really has the best setup. Jeff Gordon hasn't been real quick for the first 8 or 10 laps after they start back, but then gets better and better as he starts to reel in the 2 car there of Rusty Wallace.
If you're a Chad Little fan, his day is... There's the spread, 0.6 of a second. From first to second, same thing, second to third.
Gordon seems to be fading just a little bit. He made a real hard run there for about 3 or 4 laps, but you can see visually Jarrett catching the 24 car of Jeff Gordon.
It'd be incredible if Rusty Wallace wins this thing. 59 races without winning. If he gets this one, it's going to be 2 in a row.
There
right?
is a certain thing that drivers do. They get a favorite car, and all of a sudden magic starts happening. It looks like Jeff Gordon, the car they call Blacker, was his favorite car, and I mean he would win races with that thing sometimes when it was torn up.
Yeah, Rusty and I sat in the trailer on Friday morning, and he said he's going to make this car just like Midnight, which was one of his favorites for many years. Won lots and lots of races in that automobile. feel. You're right, buddy. He has an affectionate feel for this race car. Man, they like those cars, and tough to beat them. Rusty's good here anyway.
Just 28 laps to go. And there you see the speed differentials. We were talking about it earlier.
Coming into today, Rusty had 5 wins, 3 second places, and 29 starts at this place. That's 28% first or second in a career at this racetrack. Not bad. BJ still looking for his first win here.
Gordon right up top. And here we have it. Jarrett moving closer and closer every lap. He's got it down to about a 4-car left lead now.
Rusty Wallace still showing the way. Lap 367 now complete. The Rainbow Warriors getting set to celebrate a championship and maybe a win. Welcome back, everybody. You see the spread. Rusty Wallace to Jeff Gordon. Dale Jarrett from first to third, 1 2/10 seconds, but right there, second and third. Darn close to nose to tail. Last lap, Rusty at 143.9. Jarrett 143.8 miles an hour. And Gordon was quickest on the last lap.
Computers. I'm seeing right now that Jarrett is catching him, and I also thought that Gordon just brushed the wall the lap before this as he was going through turns 3 and 4.
One of these guys have been so close to brushing the wall all day.
Not Rusty. He stayed downstairs pretty much all day. Very different line for the majority.
Go figure this business. You go over a year without a win, and now you're looking at potential second victory in a week's time.
Some people say it. Boy, oh boy, it looks to me like second and third's closing in on our leader right now. Rusty's got a pretty good lead, but it's down to about 10 car lengths now. As Jeff Gordon and Dale Jarrett are driving their heart out.
Of course, traffic oftentimes a factor here.
And it's going to be in about 3 or 4 more laps. There's some lap traffic just in front of them as they come down here. You get hung up in traffic for one turn, these guys will be all over.
There'll be a group of 6 cars and then a group of a couple. Now the leaders will have to negotiate their way through. They get around Steve Park as you see what the last few laps look like.
You can see right there, Jeff Gordon's been running the high side. He gained about 6, 7 car lengths on Rusty because Rusty's car works better on the bottom side of the racetrack. When he had to give up the bottom, you can see him just move right in.
So many strategies, so many lines, so many different ways to play your cards. And it's not just the racetrack. You got to find the line that works best for the race car, the way it's behaving. And for Jeff Gordon, it's way up there. Everybody else. Look at this.
Scramble for the lead. Here comes Gordon using the high side.
You can tell it's money time. He moves in and makes it less than a car length. Jeff Gordon in the 24 looking all over the backside there of Rusty Wallace.
And Rusty's not going to go up and try to block him. Going to let him have that high line.
Oh, Jeff Gordon now about 3/4 of the car length into the lead.
Goodness. And the fans like what they see. They are going wild in the Gordon rooting section. And now he makes the clean pass. So he's trying to wrap up the title, which he has done, and grab another win.
If you see the back of Rusty Wallace's car get very, very loose. He's moved up the racetrack right now. Dale Jarrett taking a look on
number 385. But Jeff Gordon, a 3-time winner here, trying to join Darrell Waltrip as a 4-time winner here at the Rock.
How about winning 12 races in one season? I mean,
the year's not over yet.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, he'll go over his $6 million today as well, without the point money.
Yeah.
You know, I got a feeling he would do it for nothing. I think he just enjoys winning and being a part of a great team, and that's what he has right now.
Well, it's been his whole life. Since a little kid, this is what he has worked for. What he's brought up to do, be a professional race car driver. And Is he ever? One of the greats of all time already at age 27.
It's just so methodical, too. He takes his time, bit by bit, and a handful of laps in the finish. There he is. Kind of like the stuff Pearson used to do in his heyday. Darlington, wherever it was. You'd not see him all day. Next thing you know, 12 laps to go. You look out the right side of your window, and he'd come the Purolator Mercury going by.
5 to go as Jeff Gordon comes by. Ray Evernham, watchful eye on him as he goes around. He's extending his lead just a little bit.
He is. It's now 0.6 of a second. Gordon over Jarrett. It's 1 7/10 seconds over Rusty Wallace, who has fallen a bit off the pace in third.
Man, I'm going to tell you something. I'm watching Dale Jarrett right now. He's got his foot into this thing up to the firewall. He's driving his heart out. He went in that last corner and slid that car right up to the outside wall. This thing is not over yet.
Now, he didn't come here to finish second yet again. 4 of the last 5 races, Dale Jarrett has been second. He wants first.
Time's a fleet. 3 laps to go.
3 to go, but it's down to about 5 furlongs now. Dale Jarrett's doing everything he can to close in on Jeff Gordon.
2 laps to go.
Talk about heart. A guy with the gallbladder problem, dehydration last week, driving his heart out here on one of the toughest racetracks of all time.
A lap and a half remaining. There's a good bit of traffic to deal with now as the leaders come towards the stripe. White flag. One more time around. Jeff Gordon trying to become the first driver since Darrell Waltrip in 1982 to win 12 races in a season. It would be his 4th win at the Rock.
There's lap traffic right now.
Robert Presley, Jeff Green. Not enough time. Jeff Gordon wins the championship. Jeff Gordon wins the EC Delco 400, his 12th victory of the 1998 season. And the celebrations will be twofold today, as Jeff Gordon takes home all sorts of honors today, including the $20,000 Winston Leader bonus. And of course, the pace today will likely prove to be a record. 3 hours and 7 minutes to complete the 400 miles here at Rockingham. A lot of happy folks.
And a lot of time to celebrate.
That's one racer right there. What a racer. Well, he's going to take his time on this cool-down lap. Wave at all those fans.
What do you think?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
You want an impressive number? Second half of the season, all right? The second half of the season, Jeff's average finish
I got a
is
burnout
2.1.
50th anniversary right there, Jeff Gordon having himself a big old time out here.
The NASCAR Winston Cup Championship is his.
Hey, he left the logo alone. Look at that. The logo's still fine. He got the lawn only.
Hey, he's almost perfect.
Of course, he's not done yet.
That's in front of the main grandstand.
We can't say he just barely made it on fuel or tires, can he?
Of course, we'll be with the celebration here on TNN Motorsports. He falls in behind the Winston Cup Championship pace car. Yep, the man's good.
Go.
The man is good. Between he and Ray Evernham, and now they'll graduate Patrick Donahue to crew chief the new NASCAR Busch Series team.
Eli goes deeper than that, though. He went to a great race team, Hendricks Motorsports. The people behind this race car are second to none. It's a great race team. He was very fortunate as a young man to be able to move into a great race team and bring Ray Evernham up with him.
This is the 8th time that the same driver has won both races at Rockingham in a single season. Rusty Wallace, the last man to do it back in 1993. 32 races thus far this year. 32 races, 21 top threes, 25 top 5 finishes in 32 races, and 27 top 10s. Folks, only 5 times has he not finished in the top 10 this year.
Wow, that's scary.
Yeah.
Where would you find the flaw if you were trying to catch it?
Well, that's the problem. There is no flaw here. Eddie Dickerson builds the chassis, runs the fab shop, does a great job. Randy Dorton on the engines. He is an absolutely brilliant man with a great staff behind him. John Hendricks stepping in this year for his brother to run the team, and he's done admirably.
Want to add to the numbers? Let's go back to 1995. All right, 3 years ago. Since 95, Jeff Gordon has finished in the top 3. 55% of the time he has finished in the top 3, 69 races of the 126 since the beginning of 1995. And the numbers just keep on coming to you. And it's just remarkable.
Well, the crowd is cheering their approval. Crew members from Dale Jarrett's team sticking their head in, congratulating Jeff Gordon.
That looked like one of the Parrots, either Brad or Todd, who had stuck his head in there to congratulate Jeff Gordon.
He's calling for somebody.
While we're waiting for this, just remember that Dale Jarrett hung on, added to his points there over Rusty Wallace.
His wife Brooke joining him in the celebration. Championship was clinched earlier today.
That's the way to win a championship right there. Way to go, champ.
Yes, it is.
Man. Wow.
27 years old.
I got all the time you need.
I guess. Very few people have a chance to wear that hat.
This is the first time since 1994 that the NASCAR Winston Cup Championship has been clinched before the final race. Dale Earnhardt did it here in 1994. And it wasn't an easy day either. I mean, they worked on that race car.
They sure did.
Eli, they had a penalty, went all the way back to 12th place, fought their way back up. I mean, an incredible day. Not worried about the roof today.
No, usually they stand on the door, not today.
Jeff and Brooks celebrating the championship. Glenn Jarrett, step on in there, my man.
All right, I don't want to get between these two. I don't want you to kiss me.
I kissed you today, Glenn.
Anybody. Well, Jeff, if you're going to clinch a championship, what a great way to do it. What a great race you ran.
Man, that was awesome. You know, basically it was just like what we did here at the beginning of the year, other than we got to start a little further forward, or at least we stayed a little towards the front at the early part. But Ray Evernham, those Rainbow Warriors, they are awesome. I mean, they're what has made this year the year that it's been, and it has been so awesome to be a part of it. And God has been with us all the way, and you know, I just got to thank him, because I just know he's in my heart and blessing this team so much. And man, I tell you what, I want to give a big thanks to all of our sponsors. DuPont Automotive Finishes, they're awesome. They're a great company to be a part of, and I know that they're thrilled. All the guys back in Wilmington are thrilled to see this championship come down. Quaker State, Pepsi, GMAC, Goodyear Tires. This Chevrolet was awesome today. Can't wait for the Monte Carlo next year.
Well, Jeff, it was only about a third of the way into the race when you actually clinched the championship. I'm sure they told you that on the radio. Did that make it easier to concentrate on this race today?
Man, I wasn't even thinking about that. You know, I almost wish I hadn't even said anything at that time, because I was afraid it was going to maybe break my concentration a little bit. But the car was just so awesome after about 25, 30 laps that, you know, all I had to do was just wait for it to come in. But there at the end, I didn't have much time to let those guys get away. So we adjusted air pressure. Ray and those guys just did a perfect stop, did an awesome job with the tires and everything that we needed to do. You know, they adjusted the air pressures, and man, the thing just came to life. You know, I needed the car to be better in the short runs, and when you're low on pressures after those you know, tires are cool, it takes a long time for them to come in, and man, it came in right at the right time. And then your brother was running me down. I got a little nervous there, and we had a great race. What an awesome year. What an awesome championship. Mark Martin is one of my heroes. I think he's the greatest. And, you know, I want to congratulate him on a great year and say thanks for what a great season he's made this for me.
Well, we want to say the very same thing to you from TNN. Congratulations, not only on a great race, but a fantastic year. We're going to let you go celebrate. We're going to throw it down to Steve Burns.
Thanks, Glenn. We're with Dale Jarrett. Dale, we just want to congratulate Jeff Gordon and Ray Everham, that whole team. You know, that's what champions are made of. They win their championships by winning races, and that's what they did. And they've had just a terrific year. And
of course, Jeff Gordon, our race winner. You heard from he and Glenn Jarrett earlier in Victory Lane. That Money Store Winner's Circle interview brought to you by the Money Store, where America goes for money. Well, they're making a lap around the track right now. Jeff Gordon and Brooke, the 1998 NASCAR Winston Cup champions. More from Rockingham coming up. Here at the Rock, the fans begin to file out. There's that brand new grandstand there near the upper left of your screen, that new backstretch grandstand that was full to capacity. And Jeff Gordon making the lap here, being interviewed by Jim Phillips of MRN Radio for the NASCAR radio listeners today as they celebrate the championship, the third in the last 4 years. Now time for us to zero in on the pit crew, and a great job it was for the pit crew today. The Miller Lite folks want to honor the pit crew of the race, and Miller Lite reminds you to enjoy Miller Lite with friends. Let's go downstairs.
Well, we're in Victory Lane now. They've moved Jeff's car in here, and there's another guy here just as happy and just as proud, and rightfully so. Ray Everham, first of all, congratulations on a great year, a great race today. We're going to present you with the Miller Lite TNN Pit Crew Award. By my count, this is your 3,819th one of these. Congratulations. You guys have got a lot to be proud of.
well, I don't know if we have that many, but we've got quite a few, and we certainly appreciate Miller recognizing the pit crew. And you know, on a day like today, you certainly got to thank God first, because if it wasn't for him, this wouldn't be possible. And just an awesome day. These guys they never quit. Jeff Gordon, no matter whatever, you got to say the kid is the best race driver I've ever seen. He drove his butt off today. Really great to win a championship and win a race at the same time.
Phenomenal season for you guys. What do you do to top this?
Well, that's what we say every year, so I don't know. It's getting harder and harder, but somehow these guys find a way to step up. And, you know, I feel like right now, I feel like I'm the luckiest guy in the world just to be part of this group, to be able to work on cars like this and have a driver like that. And, you know, I want to say hey to Rick and Linda. Congratulations, Rick. This is 4 in a row for Rick Hendrick, and that's something I know that's special to him.
Well, that's something that a lot of people haven't thought about. It is indeed 4 in a row. You guys seem, though, the thing that I see looking at you as a race team, you all stay together. Nobody leaves this team. That makes a lot of difference.
It does, and you know, we all realize that we're just a part of it. You know, everybody do okay without it, but without each other. But we can be real good if we stick together, and that's one thing that we've got to do. We just got to make sure that we know that we do our part, and whatever happens, happens.
Well, once again, congratulations to you, your family. I see your wife, your son here. Ray Sr. is back over there off to your left. Appreciate all your help this year and all the technical facts. It's time to go celebrate a little bit.
Ray Everham, they will celebrate, and of course more so after the race at the Atlanta Motor Speedway when the season is done, because there is still some work to do. Win number 13 is potentially on the horizon. Bobby Hamilton in a good run today. Came home 4th place finish. Kenny Irwin 33rd. Steve Park 35th. Kevin LePage was 43rd.
Guys, one other footnote on Jeff Gordon. The last time Jeff Gordon won a points-paying race of any kind in the month of November, November 1st, 1990, a USAC Sprint Midget doubleheader on the high banks of Winchester.
But he'll be celebrating well into the late hours of this November the 1st. That's the live scene in Victory Lane as another NASCAR Winston Cup championship belongs to the leader of the Rainbow Warriors. At the North Carolina Speedway in Rockingham. Sun beginning to set just a bit, but not at all in Victory Lane, where it's still bright lights and sunshine for Dale Jarrett. He came home second for Jeff Gordon, who grabs the 1998 NASCAR Winston Cup Series championship. Dale Jarrett was second, Rusty Wallace third, Mark Martin fourth today, Jeff Burton fifth. Bobby Hamilton came home sixth. Ward Burton finishes seventh. Then Terry Labonte eighth. Dale Earnhardt was ninth, and Ricky Rudd comes home in 10th. Talked about Terry Labonte. He had some good.
Ray Abraham, Jeff Gordon did a fantastic job, and all the guys on the 24 car. And it's exciting to see another championship there for Rick Hendrick and Linda and John and Papa Joe, because they're the nicest people you ever want to meet. And I'll tell you what, I'm really tickled for them.
Yeah, Terry, we were just saying this is Jeff's third championship in 4 years, but you have the other one. So, again, a team victory.
Well, it is. And, you know, we've got a great team there. And, you know, hopefully next year we can trade that back to our team.
Rolls on from the AC Delco 400 at the Rock. Back, everybody, the NASCAR Winston Cup Series champion for 1998. Jeff Gordon celebrating in Victory Lane. Photos taking place, family members, all sorts of activities still going on as we've got celebrations aplenty here at the Rock. Hills region, Victory Lane celebrations continue for the race winner and the champion. They are one and the same. Today, Jeff Gordon, the winner of the AC Delco 400, also picked up the NASCAR Winston Cup Championship. Lot locations.
Look at the line of people to buy a T-shirt today.
1999 home, and that would be wonderful for him. Well, the Refuse to Lose T-shirts now replace the normal team garb. Fans are buying some also.
Charlotte, Talladega, Daytona, and Indy. And teams are allowed 3 others. You're only allowed 2 cars at each test, and you're only allowed 1 transporter. The rookies, they get 2 more tests next year than they did this year, meaning they'll have 12 chances.
Making their way out of the racetrack, the fancy and the not so fancy.
Nice tires.
Yeah, nothing like those Goodyear street legal racing Eagles. Back in a moment. Here for yet another day. Yep, the AC Delco 400 victory celebration and the NASCAR Winston Cup Championship celebration, both being enjoyed by Jeff Gordon. Rusty Wallace gave it a heck of a run today. Led for much of the afternoon, had to settle for a 3rd place finish. He was 3 seconds back at the end. Let's hear from Rusty. One of the nicest guys in this business, Rick Mast, who sold a cow and took the proceeds to buy his very first race car. One of the better known stories in and around the business. As you take a look at the winning car here today, finally leaving Victory Lane and heading into the inspection station. They'll be here well after we move aside, tearing that baby down. Of course, Jeff Gordon clinching the NASCAR Winston Cup Series championship here today. 344-point lead, and of course the season not yet over. That's almost an incomprehensible point lead in light of how tight things have been over the years.
It is in this league, but you know, by the same token, the guys who have won the most races are certainly going to wind up 1 and 2. Martin has been so strong this year, and so is the 24 of Gordon. They have been the 2 strongest drivers and the 2 strongest teams all year, and they're going to wind up 1-2. Seems fitting.
It's good to know that in an era of superstars, big corporate sponsorships, and network TV deals, there's an organization that also cares about fairness and sportsmanship, that realizes its fans are the sole reason for its success, and knows it should never go so fast that it can't slow down if there's a good enough reason. This is NASCAR, and this is the way we've done things for 50 years.
Jeff Gordon win both the race and the NASCAR Winston Cup Series championship after a championship day for Jeff Gordon. Don't you dare touch that dial.
Found me a bird nest on the ground. Well, you know, I don't care what nobody says, and I don't care what they do. Yeah, you know, I don't care what nobody says, and I don't care what they do. Well, then I got a good thing in you. Yeah, she got a pretty young frame, but I ain't gonna call her name. Yeah, you know she got a pretty beautiful frame, but I ain't gonna call her name. Well, you know I am the brother, and you know she's my game.
Well, we thank you so much for spending your season with us. For Buddy Baker, Dick Berggren, Glenn Jarrett, Steve Burns, Matt Yoakum, I'm Eli Gold, thanking you. Thank you to Martha Oliver and Bill Sloboda, who've helped us all season long here in the booth, and to the best crew in all of motorsports television. Thanks for spending 1998 with us on TNN Motorsports. We'll see you next season. So long, everybody.
Found me a bird nest on the ground.